Tonight on KSL Outdoors.
It's burning up. Put some water on that reel.
We're back in Alaska. We'll fish with brown bears for pink and chums, plus
Bring it in. Nice. That is a nice one.
target silvers in the ocean.
All that and more coming up next.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Welcome back to beautiful Admiralty Island and Pybus Point Lodge. You know, last week
There he is. Got him again.
we dove deep into the depths of Frederick Sound to show you the great halibut fishing here.
Nice. He's getting close.
Oh yeah.
Welcome aboard, buddy.
Tonight, we're talking silver salmon.
If a guy just wants to catch fish, I'm sure there's other places to go. But if a guy wants to catch fish and do everything, I mean,
Wow.
see whales, sea lions, bears at the end of the bay. I mean, cohos, kings, pinks. It has it all.
Well, we got out with the A team. Mark, Andy, Dan, and Craig. And we got the A captain and old Casey. These guys are friends of Tony Abbott, so we're not holding out much hope.
To keep it interesting, these old high school buddies have devised a game.
If I don't get the fish in 20 minutes, I've got to eat a herring. Isn't that what it was? Congratulations.
What we're going to do is make sure that you work with the catch fish, okay? Got that, Casey? Good luck. Good luck. There's an extra $100 in it.
If there's anyone that can get you into fish, it's Casey. He's one of the longest tenured guides here at the lodge, and not to mention he grew up on Admiralty Island, catching fish to feed his family.
Got this. I'm not even worried about it. Everybody starts their timers.
I got your breakfast right here. Just a guy trip, the four of us. Just get together, we fish all day and just hang out at night and talk about old times and all the crazy stuff we did in high school. And this week last year was the best fishing I've ever done in my life. So we're just like, go get some more salmon.
You bringing your wife up here?
Yeah, my wife would love it, but she'd get on the boat and she'd get sick. So she'd probably just stay at the lodge and read a book, and she would love the sightseeing, the glaciers, the bears, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, she wouldn't be fishing. My goal is I want to see bears and whales. We've seen probably 50 whales this week, and we've had them like right next to the boat, multiple whales, and I just love the scenery and the wildlife. Yeah. It's just awesome.
Left, right.
Mark, did you get it? Man, I have got this before. I'm done. Man.
There you go. It's almost here.
Oh, nice fish.
Okay, back here. Now I can relax a little. Good job, Mark.
Right rod's on. Fish on.
Go.
I'm out of the ball game. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do in the world.
Pretty good fish.
Feels like a decent fish.
That's a tank.
Can't get enough coho if you're coming to Alaska in August, but that's the great part of it. That's one of the healthiest runs still. You know, Alaska has experienced some fish management issues and challenges that just like anywhere else in the world today. But the good news is the coho run down here in Southeast Alaska is very healthy, and I think we did our share of putting a dent in it today.
Good fish?
Yeah, it feels good.
The fishing is so fast, not one guy has had to eat the herring. It's down to Dan. Land the fish, Casey eats the herring. Lose it, and well, open up, Dan.
Can't mess up.
If he loses his fish, he's got to eat the herring.
Yeah.
That's the last one.
It's gone.
Are you really going to make him eat the herring?
Yes, we are going to make him eat the herring. I'm excited.
You Utah County boys know how to fish. Not bad.
Darn right.
The rule was, if you didn't catch a fish in 20 minutes, you had to eat a fish, but it was so fast with Captain Casey, you lost the last fish. What's the deal? Oh, Pybus Point Lodge. You get to eat the bait, you get to eat your catch. We'll have more here in a moment, but first, let's check out this week's climate quiz question. How is it?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
At Pybus Point Lodge, you have a chance to catch all 5 species of Pacific salmon, with the pink, coho, and Chinook salmon rounding out the top 3 species you're most likely to catch. There are 2 rivers near the lodge. In both, you can catch pink and chum salmon that are returning to the rivers to spawn. Our climate quiz question tonight is, of the 5 species of salmon in Alaska, which is Alaska's state fish? Now, once you know the species, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner, set to walk away with a Climate Static V sleeping pad. Climate, comfortable, rugged, and lightweight. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. We'll be right back to southeastern Alaska.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Smith & Edwards, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Climate, King's Camo, and Camp Chef.
Welcome back to Alaska. You know, one of my favorite things about Pybus Point Lodge is the ability to take one of their skiffs after a day of fishing with a guide and head back into the bay on a self-guided fishing trip to chase spawning salmon.
Those are all pink. Yep, I can see the humps.
The nice thing about Pybus Bay is it's a large body of water. It's over 5 miles across. That means there's a lot of fish right here in the bay that we have a chance to just take a little 18-foot boat out and go hunting for.
I don't even know what it is, but look at that. It's burning up. Put some water on that reel. It's burning up.
John's barely out of the boat and is already latched into a nice spawning fish.
He just grabbed it and gone. Look at that. He's still going.
He's making that 8-weight feel like a little willow.
Yeah, I got an 8-weight clear down to my backing here. I hope my backing is okay. It's pretty old. Woo!
That's a fight, huh?
That's a fight for it. That's a chum. Wow. Unbelievable. Here he comes.
While John is landing his first chum,
Nice.
Brooks and Chris are doubled up.
How about that, huh? Fish on and a big old brown bear watching you. There he is. Oh, good fish. No, I'm looking at the bear. It is a good fish, but I'm looking at the bear.
I'm glad you're looking at the bear. I'll look at the fish.
All right, I'll watch the bear, you can land the fish.
So the other one went in the weeds to the right. So he could really come out anywhere.
Where's my line?
Nice.
I've only been here a day. We've seen whales, we've caught fish. I mean, seen glaciers, icebergs, orcas. I mean, we've seen it all. Caught fish. You can't beat it.
That's it. Look at the teeth on that thing. And he bit me a couple of times, actually.
He bit me a couple of times.
So just bite me. Wow. Nice chum. Woohoo! Okay, release.
Yeah.
Here we go. Good release for a great fish. Woo! I'm just
joking, honey.
You ever heard cover your 6?
Yeah.
You need to cover my 6. Because I can't see it.
Brooks is a bit nervous about fishing so close to the bears. Me? I'm just trying to mess with him.
Oh, there's one right here to the left, over in the grass. A little nerve-wracking with those bears right there.
Yeah, I'm really nervous. I don't like the feeling of 3 big bears like 100 yards from me while I'm fishing. Here they come!
The bears or the fish?
He says, John says here they come.
I don't know if he means the bears or the fish.
Either way, I might have to get back in the boat.
The rivers, the bears, and the people at Pybus have always made this trip one of the highlights of our year here at KSL Outdoors. Some things are changing at Pybus, like the new cabins they recently built and the new boats that will launch next year, but the hospitality and the warm feeling you get when you come to Pybus will always remain.
We'll have 4 new cabins in operation for next year. Each of those cabins is built with individual bathrooms to each bedroom, trying to make it a little more comfortable, a little more private than what it was originally built for, more appealing to today's traveler.
Chris has got a fish on the line over here. He can't even turn it, he says. It's so powerful. And we've got 3 or 4 bears up above us here on the river. It's a special place. It's the reason why I brought my wife here twice and my dad here before he passed away. Because this is what I wanted to remember, is bringing my dad up here and enjoying these type of experiences like this. So I hope you get the chance to someday do the same. Hey, more here in a moment, but first back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report.
Everybody knows about the salmon in Alaska, but what about all the other fish? Hi, I'm Mickey Anderson from Fish Tech with this week's fishing report. Alaska's got a variety of fish and they're a lot of fun to catch. If you're a dry fly fisher, you can dry fly fish in Alaska for the grayling, for the rainbows, and even for the char. If you like to use lures for them, small jigs and small spinners can work really well on the grayling. Get a little bit bigger for the rainbows and char. My favorite is fly fishing for the rainbows in Alaska with big lures. Have some big sculpin patterns, leeches, and the dolly llamas, and don't forget your mice. They'll crush the big rainbows. If you're a spin fisher, try your tube jigs, same ones you use at Strawberry, and Rapalas. Now, if you like the idea of the flies, eggs and flesh, catch everything, you can do it with your fly rod or a spinning rod. And when you rig it as a spinning rod, do a bottom bouncing rig just like you fish on the Provo. Now, any back slough, any shallow water has pike in it. Take a few spinner baits and some real light spoons that you can cast and sink slow. Make sure you got a still leader, and when you're back in those sloughs, they are loaded with bugs. Make sure you got your deed. Hey, for these tips and a whole lot more, come on down to Fish Tech and we'll help you out. Now for tonight's fishing line.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Back here at Pybus Point Lodge, I'm Adam Eakle along with Brooks Hansen with Camp Chef. And Brooks, it's kind of been a tradition for you and I to cook fish when we come up to Alaska. We've cooked salmon, halibut, and tonight
we're gonna do rockfish.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, what do you do with the rockfish? I know what to do with salmon, I've smoked it. I've done some really good stuff on the pellet grill with halibut.
Yeah.
But rockfish, what do we do?
Yeah.
So today I want to do rockfish.
Fish tacos!
Yes, rockfish tacos. This is easy. This is really easy. So look at them. I'm gonna take some butter.
Okay.
On a spatula. We're gonna put this butter in this hot skillet.
Okay, nice and hot.
And we want to get that going.
Okay. Really simple. You seasoned these fillets.
Yeah, so we took these fillets. Now this is fish that we caught today.
Okay.
Seasoned it with lemon pepper seasoning.
That's it.
All we did is lemon pepper.
Perfect.
It's got a nice mixture, some citrus, which works really good for fish.
Yeah, especially for fish tacos. I love that. Especially when you're putting lime and everything else in it.
Yep. Hot skillet, little butter, fresh fish.
Simple.
Right from the ocean right behind us.
So simple.
So easy. What you want to do is you want to get these brown on the edges and let them sear for about 3 minutes.
It doesn't take very long.
No, don't overcook your fish.
Yeah.
Fish is good like a rare.
Starts to flake, it's done.
As soon as it's flaked, gets a little opaque, you're ready to assemble your taco. All right, Adam, you're getting a nice flake. I think they're ready.
Okay, my wife and I make a killer coleslaw, but you're telling me you don't have to make it that difficult.
No, we're going with like a street taco, something that you see something super basic.
Okay.
So meat, tortilla, a little bit of onion, a little bit of cilantro. Now we're limited here in Alaska, but we're able to raid the kitchen and we've got a few ingredients. So super simple. Put on fish.
I did wash my hands. Plenty.
And we're just gonna assemble a little bit of tomatoes, a little bit of slaw.
Ooh, I like lots of onion.
Some green onion, some white onion, and then my favorite, a couple limes.
Now, a lot of people will say you gotta have salsa. My family's Hispanic. You gotta have salsa.
Sure.
No?
Yeah, I think you've got some tomato in there and a little slaw.
Oh, but it's gotta be hot.
Not a complete salsa. But sure, yeah, you can do this. The good thing about this you can do it however you'd like.
Yeah.
So this is our Pybus Point rockfish taco.
In a minute. I can't wait, Brooks. Hey, more here from Pybus Point in a moment, but first, let's check out this week's Utah Field Guide. Pybus Point Lodge is located on Admiralty Island. The bulk of the island is managed as a national monument and is permanently protected from development. The island is also known by the native Tlingit people as Kootsnuwu, which translates to Fortress of the Bears. Admiralty Island is home to an estimated 1,600 brown bears, one of the world's highest density brown bear populations. The island has more brown bears than the lower 48 states combined. The brown bear has lost 98% of its habitat in the lower 48 states. About 95% of the brown bear population in the U.S. is in Alaska, though in the lower 48 they are repopulating gradually along the Rockies and the western Great Plains. Brown bears and grizzly bears are common names for the same species. The difference between the two is geographic location, which influences diet, size, and behavior. Those that live in coastal areas of Alaska, like the bears on Admiralty Island, are called brown bears, while typically inland bears that have no access to marine-derived food resources are often smaller and called grizzlies. For more information on critters found in or around Utah, check out our Utah Field Guide on our Outdoors page at ksltv.com. Pretty cool. We've got Sawyer Glacier here behind us. A bunch of sea life around here. It's just beautiful. The aqua blue in the ice is pretty spectacular. Right now we're crunching through a bunch of ice to get back out to the open sea. Hey, more here in a moment, but first let's check out that recreation forecast back home. Welcome back to Alaska. Hey, a reminder, the Utah Youth Waterfowl and Outdoor Festival is set to be held Saturday, September 8th from 8 to noon at Farmington Bay, WMA. At the festival, kids and adults will learn about waterfowl hunting, including how to place decoys, identify birds, and call ducks. They'll also have duck calling and decoys for the kids, airboat and mudboat rides, dog demonstrations, a rock climbing wall, archery and air rifle shoots, plus lunch provided by Camp Chef. For more information or to pre-register, go to their website at utahwaterfowlfair.com. Dude, take a swig. Come on, that's nasty, isn't it?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, don't forget when you come to Pybus Point, make sure to take lots of pictures, videos, submit it to our Snapshot contest. You might win our big prize from Camp Chef. Now, cheers to you. Here's the best of the week, our Snapshot of the week. Mike had a pretty phenomenal float plane trip to the Custatan River in Alaska. In all, their group brought back 87 pounds of fresh fillets. Mike says the bears were doing their part cleaning up the fish scraps. Andy says it was a fantastic day of scenery and friends. Grandpa Stan wanted to take the family fishing for Pioneer Day, so he rented a pontoon boat at Strawberry Bay Marina, and grandson Luke did the rest by reeling in his first fish. Uncle Lane helped him get it up for a picture, and just as Aunt Natalie snapped this epic pic, the fish gave Luke the slip. The Swan family was fishing up at Flaming Gorge and were in the process of changing out to fish for trout when Linda latched into this giant kokanee in full spawning colors. Linda says this change in color signals the end of an amazing kokanee season up at the gorge. Buddies Nolan Anderson and Dave Larson show you can catch big kokanee at Fish Lake as well. This is the biggest kokanee either of them have ever caught, and while Nolan was showing off this pig, his buddy Dave snapped this photo of the beautiful sunrise in the background and the fish they now simply call the pig. But our winner tonight didn't catch any fish, but he did capture this great shot. Kelly Cooper and his son Jonas went on a backpacking trip to the high Uintas. Their goal was Kings Peak. On the way, they camped at Dollar Lake and tried their hand at catching some fish. The fishing was a bit off that day, but Kelly was able to capture this amazing view with his son giving it a go before they hit the summit. A great shot of your son, Kelly, and the next time you have Jonas along on the trail, you'll have our Camp Chef backpacking stove to take with you, as you just won our Snapshot of the Week. Remember, submit your pictures or video plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins the new Striker multi-fuel stove in King's Camo. Perfect for a car camp or to take on the hunt. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks Quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
From the backcountry here in Alaska to your back patio, Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Well, Scott, you got some new lodges, you got new boats on the way, you've got a few new faces, but the scenery, the fishing, and especially the people, it's all top shelf.
Oh, it's been a beautiful day here in Southeast Adam, and you know, one of the things that never changes, the fish.
Lots of fillets
Lots
here.
of fish here today. Great day out on the water today. A lot of fun.
Go, it's almost here.
Oh, nice fish. And if people want to come, and obviously they've seen this a few times now, we keep coming back because I have such a great time. They can always come see it at the ISE show.
ISE show or online, www.pybus.com.
Updates on Facebook.
Yep,
Nice.
always.
That's right, Sam. Well, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
A lot of fun.
Great trip. Thank you very much.
A lot of fun. Hey, I'm Adam Eakle. KSL Outdoors. You might need to get out with your family, your friends, even if they're from Utah County. Make some friends, memories outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.